Change for the Thunder, narrowly missing the playoffs as the Pelicans beat them out for that 8th position.
Yeah, and they were teetering back and forth on that 8th spot for most of the year. Ultimately, they just couldn't hold on to that final playoff spot.
It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. Here's Duncan, and he slams it one-handed.
And that's how you make a steal count. Turn it into a quick slam at the other end.
It was really a case, it looked like Greg Anthony right there, if I can say so. It was really a case of a great defensive play triggering some instant offense.
Yeah, I remember GA as an irritant, and this guy, much like Greg, creating havoc out there. You know, they're not totally dominating the glass, but they're definitely doing enough to keep this lead right where it is.
Yeah, but they've separated themselves, Clark, in a number of categories, rebounds just being one of them.
The Spurs have split their free throws right down the middle so far. They're 2 for 2.
Yeah, a year ago, though, Kevin, 78% conversion rate from the free throw line, so that's a nice all-around effort.
And you know, a lot of times, guys, in some of their performances last year, their free throw numbers helped them win games.
Marcus Aldridge is checked in for San Antonio.
That's a big donut, folks, here to start the second half. 4 straight they've missed.
Green dishes to Aldridge. And it's out of bounds, and they say it was last touched by Durant.
Well, let's take a look at how Oklahoma City ranked in the league last year. First in rebounding, first and second chance points, and they were one of the NBA's top 5 up-tempo teams. I mean, their pace of play really brisk. Only a few squads scored more on the fast break than they did.
And you touched on their rebounding, just prolific in that area. Tremendous energy and physicality when attacking the glass.
San Antonio calls timeout. The San Antonio Spurs, a team that has had such a strong core and is so disciplined, Clark, it's hard to see them struggle, even think of them struggling, even on the road.
Well, you know, last season they did have trouble at times on the road, but 22-19, still not too bad.
You know, the right thing there to try to fade away with the D all over him, but that is a difficult shot to sink. And they get one. Now 1 of 5 here in the third.
San Antonio leading by 12. Green, the pass to Aldridge. Parker kicks to Green. 14 feet away. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2.
And for the Spurs on the road, it was the scoring. They were so good at home, but scored 8.5 points less per game on the road. That was the biggest margin in the NBA.
Boy, it's been a long time since the Spurs had a losing record on the road, so there aren't any concerns for them. I mean, they've never had a losing road record since Tim Duncan was drafted. Wow, that's back to 1997.
Outside Aldridge. Nifty move. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
You know, you take a look at this group of Spurs and you wonder if they've peaked. I mean, it seems you say that a lot with this team and they prove you wrong. But Popovich said last year he feels it might actually be the case.
You know, one thing about this San Antonio team, they just didn't go away last year. Pop himself said he felt they peaked in the 2014 finals.
You know, and you wonder if what Pop said is true. Spurs lost in the first round last year, and they'll be going through a lot of changes in the near future. And with the way they run that organization, they'll still be competing, I believe, for quite some time.
Parker with it. Westbrook picks him up. It's stolen by Ibaka. And the call will be against Tony Parker. That's his first foul.
And something that's been whispered about around the NBA is expansion. We know there are some markets that want desperately to have an NBA team. The NBA might not be at 30 teams for the foreseeable future.
San Antonio leading by 10. Aldridge up on top. A minute 20 left to play in the third. He dishes it to Duncan. Just 4 to shoot. San Antonio again missing. There are markets in the U.S. that want an NBA team. Seattle, which has been a great NBA friend, has been trying to get a team back since the Sonics left for Oklahoma City.
Clearly, Seattle's the lead name domestically. The NBA has also talked about adding a European division. A lot of different options for expansion. Don't think any will be acted on anytime soon. Excellent, really solid job actually by the defense to get in his way as he was going up for that one. Trailing here in the game, you can look at his performance as a direct indicator of why they're losing.
Aldridge kicks to Duncan. Nice ball movement by San Antonio. And he was fouled in the act of shooting. Chance here now for a three-point play.
And that's sort of been the story here today, hasn't it?
And Oklahoma City making a change here. Kanter's checked in. Durant kicks to Roberson. And he goes in for the dunk.
Good, just like soup. A little more ferocious, though.
Okay, Clark approves, everybody.
Yeah, but that's how you finish strong. Young fellas wearing the rim out.
Aldridge dishes to Parker. Inside, Duncan. No good.
And that's the way you want to defend. Nice job there.
Always important.
And as we end the third quarter, a double-digit deficit will make it tough to come back. It's the Spurs. They lead by 11. And right after this, we'll bring you the start of the final quarter right here on 2K Sports. And we're rolling here again with the fourth quarter. Might not come down to the wire, but you never know. On the floor for San Antonio, defensive-minded Green and Leonard are the wings. Duncan is out there with LaMarcus Aldridge. And it's Parker in at the 1. Takes it into the teeth of the D and converts the layup. And the Spurs lead by 11.
Special. There just aren't many guys like him who can accelerate to the rim and finish in style.
Robertson can't hit.
Almost no chance of that shot going in.
Yeah, there were a lot of other places he could have gone with the basketball instead of forcing that shot in.
Wow, that's a really smooth finish.
That's why we and they always love seeing him at the end of those breaks. He makes it look fun and easy.
And the foul called on Russell Westbrook. That's his first foul. Right side Aldridge. And here's Green outside. Good on the shot.
You know, there's no better sign of how efficiently a team is operating than their assist numbers. And theirs are fantastic.
Just beautiful when they play the game like this.
Now a timeout called by Oklahoma City. It's been said time and time again that playing in Oklahoma City is one of the tougher places to play in the league. Last year we saw it as well. This place, Greg, gets so loud when the Thunder are rolling.
And even though the Thunder missed the playoffs, the Chesapeake Energy Arena was as loud as ever. It really helps when you are the show in a city. You could tell he assumed he'd be able to beat the defensive coverage even though it was all over.
Thunder trailing by 16. Here's Durant. And there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line. That's on LaMarcus Aldridge.
You know, and Billy Donovan, the Oklahoma City Thunder, were able to pull him away from the college game last season, signed him to a 5-year deal in the middle of last year's playoffs.
And for Billy Donovan, we were talking about him. He had been with Florida for so long, the Gator program built by him. It'll be a big change. He had been thinking about it, though, before. He almost took, remember that Greg the Magic job back in 2007?
You know, there was a change of heart for him.